Welcome to part 2 of the Somatics lesson series for back and sciatic pain. I'm Rick Olderman, physical therapist and author of my recent award-winning book, Pain Patterns. In part 1, we explored foundational movements of the spine and pelvis to help release chronic tension. Now in part 2, we're going to apply those principles in real-world positions like sitting, standing, and walking, so your body can carry these improvements into daily life. These lessons are based on Hanna Somatics, a method I introduce in my Pain Patterns book. You'll also find access to 3 audio lessons inside the book's workbook section, and even more guided somatic sessions in my home programs at rickolderman.com. Let's continue.
Welcome to part 2 of the back and sciatic pain movement lessons. In part 1, we covered basic spinal and pelvic movements that are helpful in unlocking the spine and pelvis. Toward the end of this lesson, we will introduce more functional movements that you can practice sitting and walking. So it'll be helpful to have a straight back chair nearby, as a portion of this lesson will be done while sitting. Another portion will involve walking, so be sure your space is free of obstacles so you can concentrate on your movements. While these exercises seem gentle, they deal with the roots of movement dysfunctions. Please be gentle with your movements. Especially if you have chronic pain, use smaller, controlled movements to ensure they remain pain-free. In other words, modify your movements to make them pain-free. Feel free to bring pillows, towels, or cushions of various sizes to keep near you in case you need to support your head, neck, arms, or knees during these movements. Some of you will notice that certain movements feel very good, even pain-relieving. Feel free to use those movements to help you with your issues. Practice those that don't feel as comfortable and see if eventually they become more comfortable and relaxing. Try to notice why they don't feel comfortable. We'll be covering a lot of information in this series. Even though the movements may be helpful, it may be too much movement to do in one lesson. So it may be a good idea to break down this and other lessons into smaller increments and come back later to finish the other pieces. Use your best judgment to do what's right for you. Also, be sure your cell phone is turned off and other distractions are at a minimum, so you can focus on your movements during this lesson. Let's begin. Let's start on your back with your knees bent, feet flat on the floor if that's comfortable for you. Arms are resting down by your sides. Inhale and arch your spine. And then exhale and flatten your spine. Inhale to arch your spine. And then exhale to flatten your spine. We'll do this one more time. Inhale and arch your spine in a comfortable manner, and then exhale, flatten your spine to whatever is comfortable for you. Now place both hands behind your head, inhale and arch your spine, and then exhale and flatten your spine. Inhale, arch your spine again, and this time press your elbows down into the floor. You'll feel a larger contraction along your back, and then exhale and curl up into a little sit-up with your elbows coming together, your head coming off the floor, and your sternum moving down towards your pelvis. Feel your back flatten, and then lower yourself back down slowly and smoothly and gentle. One more time. Inhale, arching the spine, pressing the elbows down into the floor, and then exhale, flattening the spine, curling the chest and head up, bringing the elbows together, and then slowly lower back down. Very good. Now put your arms down by your side. Straighten out your legs. And with your right leg, roll your right thigh so that the knee rolls and points inward towards the left knee and thigh. And then slowly release that. Again, contract your right thigh muscles to roll the thigh inward so the knee points towards your left knee. Slowly release that. One more time. Contract the muscles to roll the thigh in. Feel how this happens and then slowly, smoothly release that contraction. Now, contract the left thigh to roll that in towards the right thigh. So your left knee will be pointing toward your right knee in whatever manner is comfortable for you. And then slowly release that. Inhale, roll your left thigh in towards your right, and slowly release. And then one more time, inhale, roll the left thigh in so the knee points toward the right, and then slowly release. Now let's move back to the right leg. You're going to roll the right leg outward so the knee points further out, and then release whatever contraction you created there. The movement may be smaller than the first movement, but that's okay. Inhale, roll the knee outward, and then release whatever contraction you created. And then one more time, roll the knee outward, and then slowly release that right knee. Let's switch sides back to the left. Roll the left knee outward, feeling whatever muscles are contracting to help you do this. And then slowly, smoothly release that. Again, roll the left knee outward, contracting the hip muscles to help you do that. Slowly release. And then one more time, roll the left thigh outward. Slowly release that contraction. Let it rest wherever it rests. And now we will roll both thighs inward so they point to each other. And then slowly release. And now roll both thighs outward so they point away from each other. And slowly release. Roll both thighs inward. Slowly release. And then roll both thighs outward and slowly release. One last time, rolling both thighs inward and slowly releasing. And now roll both thighs outward and slowly, smoothly release that contraction. Very good. Now, let's focus on your right leg. You are going to turn your right ankle in so the sole of your right foot faces towards the left foot. Slide that foot up along the inside of the left leg, letting your right knee fall to the outside. Now, slowly slide it back out to a resting position, letting that ankle relax at the very end. Okay, inhale and roll the right sole so it faces towards the left and slide the foot up along the inside of the left leg, letting the right knee fall to the outside. Slide it up as far as you feel comfortable. And then slowly, smoothly return it back to its original position. We're going to take this a step further, and this time when you turn the right foot in so the sole faces the left, lift the foot off the ground just perhaps a half inch or an inch and slide that up along the inside of the left leg, letting the right knee fall to the outside, and notice what your back wants to do. One side of the spine wants to arch. Go ahead and allow that to happen to help this movement. And then slowly release both the back and the leg back to the beginning. Inhale, turn the right ankle in so the sole faces the left, and then slide the foot up just above the ground, letting the knee fall to the outside, arching the spine to help you do this. And then slowly release both the spine and the hip and the leg muscles as you return the leg back to the beginning. Good. Let the right leg rest now. Let's focus on the left. Begin by turning the left foot in so that it faces the right foot. and then slide it along the floor, up along the right leg, letting the left knee drift to the outside. Feel where you feel comfortable moving to. You don't have to push too hard, just relax and slowly bring the left leg back to neutral. Completely rest. Inhale, turn the foot again so that the sole faces the right leg. Slide the foot along the ground, allowing the left knee to fall to the outside as it slides up along the inside of the right leg. And then slowly return that back to the beginning and completely rest. Okay, now we're going to be lifting the left foot off the ground just a ½ inch or 1 inch high. So turn the foot in so it faces the right foot. Lift the heel off the ground as it slides up along the inside of the right leg. The knee falls to the outside, and sense that your back may want to arch on the opposite side. And then slowly release the back, the hip, and the leg back to the beginning, and take a nice rest breath. Okay, let's try that again. Turn the left foot in. Lift it off the ground as you slide it up along the inside of the right thigh. The knee falls to the outside. The back may arch. Allow it to arch to help the left leg. And then slowly release both the back, the hip, and the leg, and the ankle as you return it back to the beginning. And then one more time. Turn the foot in. The heel is off the floor. Slide the foot up along the inside of the right leg. The left knee falls to the outside. The back arches. And then slowly return that, relaxing the back, the hip, and the leg. Very good. Now, we're going to go back to the right leg. And this next movement will be a little bit more awkward, but go ahead and give it a try. Turn the right foot so the sole faces to the outside this time, and slide it along the outside of the right leg, moving up towards the outside of the right hip. The right knee will fall to the inside as you do this. Go ahead and slide that foot, bending the knee, letting the knee fall to the inside, and notice that your back wants to help in some way with this motion as well. Go ahead and slide it back down, return back to the starting position, and relax. Turn the foot out so it faces to the outside. Slide it up along to the outside of the right hip as the right knee falls to the inside. Allow the back to arch if it wants to help. And then slowly return the foot back to the beginning, allowing the back to relax, the hip to relax, the leg to relax, the ankle to relax. We're going to do this 2 more times, and this time we're going to try, if you're comfortable with this, to lift the foot off the ground as it slides up. So you may need to rotate more through your trunk to help lift the foot off the ground. Let's give it a try. Rotate the right foot to the outside, lift it up off the ground. As the foot slides up to the outside of the right hip and the knee falls to the inside, your back may be arching quite a bit more now to help you. Release the back as well as the hip and the leg as you return the foot back to the beginning. Completely rest. This last time you can either keep the foot on the floor or lift it off the floor, whichever is more comfortable for you. Inhale, turn the foot to the outside, slide the foot up along the outside of the hip, the knee rotates in, the back arches to help with this. And then exhale, relax the back and the hip and the leg as it returns back to the beginning. Completely rest. Let's see how this looks on the left side now. Turn the left foot out to the outside, slide the heel along the floor to the outside of the left hip, allowing the left knee to fall towards the inside of the right leg. Slide the leg back down to the original position and rest. Inhale, turn the left foot to the outside, then slide the foot up along the outside of the left leg. The left knee falls to the inside. The back may arch to help you do this, especially on the left side. And then exhale and return the foot slowly back to the beginning. Okay, we're going to try one with the foot off the ground and see how that goes. So turn the sole of the foot to the outside. The heel lifts off the ground as it slides up to the outside of the left hip. The left knee falls to the inside. The back and perhaps the whole trunk may rotate a little bit more to help the left foot stay off the floor as it slides up. And then exhale and return it back down to the beginning. This last time, you can either allow the heel to stay on the floor or lift it off the floor, whichever is most comfortable for you. So turn the foot to the outside, slide the heel up along the outside of the hip, arching the back to help you. The knee falls to the inside. Slowly return back to the original position. Good. Now, we're going to work with both legs at the same time. Turn both soles of the feet in so they face each other. As the feet slide along the floor and the knees fall to the outside, the feet will be sliding up towards your pelvis. Good. When the feet are up towards the pelvis, notice that your back may want to arch a little bit to assist with this. Go ahead and let that happen. Release that arch as the feet return back to the center and back down to its original starting position. Good. Take a breath. When you're ready, inhale. Point both soles of the feet towards each other. Slide the feet up towards your pelvis. Let the knees fall to the outside. Even arch your back a little bit to help pull the heels up. And then slowly release the back as you slide the heels back down to the beginning position. One more time. Inhale, soles facing each other. Slide the feet up towards the pelvis. The knees fall to the outside. The back arches to assist. Just whatever is comfortable for you, and then slowly release the back and the hips as the feet slide back down to their original position. Now we're going to slide both soles of the feet to the outside as the knees fall to the inside. So allow that to happen. Slide both heels to the outside, slide them up towards the outsides of your hips, the knees fall to the inside, and you may notice that your back flattens a little bit to help you with this. Slowly return the feet back to the beginning, and then completely rest. Let's turn the soles of the feet to the outside again. Slide both heels along the floor to the outside. The knees fall in towards each other. Allow the back to flatten. And then slowly release as the heels move back into the original position, straight legs at the bottom, and completely rest. One more time. Both heels face to the outside, slide up on the outside of the hips, the knees fall together, the back perhaps flattens to help you with this. And then exhale, relax the back, the stomach, the hips as the feet slide back to the beginning position. Now we're going to alternate these two movements. Inhale. Point the soles of the feet together, slide them up to the pelvis as the knees fall to the outside and your back arches to assist. Exhale, slide the feet back down to the beginning. Inhale, slide the feet to the outsides, the knees fall to the insides, the back flattens to assist. Slowly release both feet back down to the beginning and rest. Inhale, both soles of the feet come together, the heels slide up towards the pelvis, the knees fall to the outside, back arching. And then exhale and slide the feet back out to the beginning position, legs straight. Then inhale, point the soles of the feet outward as the heels slide up towards the outsides of the hips. The knees fall together, the spine rounds. Exhale, return the feet back to the beginning. We'll do one more. Inhale, slide the soles of the feet up towards the pelvis, knees out. Exhale, return the legs down. Inhale, the soles of the feet point out, the feet slide up to the outsides of the hips, knees together, and then exhale and release back to the center. Completely rest your legs. Now bend both knees so that the feet are flat on the ground. Place your hands on your hips. We will begin with the right hip. Slide the right hip up to the right armpit, shortening the right waist. Feel the contraction of the waist muscles, and then slowly release that. Inhale, contract the right waist muscles to hike the right hip up to the right armpit. Feel your hands move as your pelvis moves, and then slowly release the pelvis back to the beginning. Inhale, contract the right waist again, hiking it up towards the right armpit. Pause here and notice what your left hand has done. The left side of the pelvis should have lengthened towards the left foot, as the right side of the pelvis has shortened towards the right armpit. Slowly release and feel the two hands move. Again, hike the right hip up to the right armpit, feeling that the left pelvis is dropping down towards the left foot, lengthening the left waist. Slowly release. Now, this time we're going to do the same thing, except we're not going to focus on hiking the right hip up. Instead, we will focus on lengthening the left pelvis down towards the foot to drive the motion. So let's try it. Inhale, lengthen through the left waist, dropping the pelvis down towards the foot. Notice that the right hip hikes up gently towards the armpit. Release that contraction and return the pelvis to neutral. Again, inhale to lengthen through the left waist. Exhale, return back to neutral. Inhale, lengthen through the left waist. It's okay to let your hands help you, but try to drive this through your pelvis. Exhale and return to neutral. Very good. Now, we're going to try this on the other side. Let's first take our hands off the hips. Shake them out a little bit. Relax the wrists, the shoulders. And then when you're ready, place your hands back on your hips again. Inhale, hike the left hip up towards the left armpit. Feel how the right hip drops down towards the right foot, lengthening the right waist. Slowly release, allowing the pelvis to come back to neutral. Inhale, hike the left hip up, lengthening through the right waist. Slowly release. And now we'll focus mostly on the right side. Inhale, lengthen through the right waist, dropping that hip down. Feel how the left side shortens naturally. Slowly release. Back to neutral. One more time, lengthen through the right waist on an inhale, lengthen. Feel the left side shortening and then return back to neutral. Now let's take your hands off your hips, let them rest down by your sides, and we'll see if you can sense that movement without your hands. We'll start with the right side and we're going to be alternating back and forth with the pelvis. Inhale, lengthen through the left side, hiking the right side up. And then exhale and lengthen through the right side, hiking the left side up. come back to neutral. Now let's reverse the order. Inhale, hike the left side up as the right waist lengthens. Exhale, drop the left side down as the right waist shortens. And relax back to neutral. So I'm going to let you do this at your own pace. We're going to do 2 or 3 on each side. So go ahead and breathe naturally, easily, as your pelvis hikes up on one side and lengthens on the other. Try to focus on driving the motion from the lengthening side as you move slowly back and forth, feeling your pelvis change directions. One waist lengthens, the other shortens. The other waist lengthens, the other shortens. Continue at your own pace. Finish the one you're on and rest. Very good. Now, find your straight back chair that you brought into the room and have a seat on it. Keep your back away from the back of the chair, so sit forward perhaps 2 or 3 inches so that you're tall but relaxed. Now, place your hands on your hips. Again, we're going to hike the right hip up towards the right armpit. Feel how the left waist lengthens to do this, and feel how your weight bear on the left side in order to hike the right side up. Slowly return back to neutral. Again, hike the right hip up towards the right armpit, feeling the left side lengthen. Feel your weight shift over to the left side to help you do this. And then slowly release. And now let's drive this from the left side instead of the right side. So, drop your left pelvis down, lengthening the left waist. Feel that the right waist hikes up. You are weight bearing primarily on their left side now. And then slowly release. Again, shift your weight over to the left to lengthen through that waist as the right waist contracts naturally. Slowly release. Shake out your arms a little bit. Make your wrists comfortable. Take a deep breath. Roll your shoulders a couple of circles in one direction. And then roll your shoulders in a couple of circles the other direction to release any tension you might be feeling. When you're ready, place your hands back on your hips. We will hike the left hip up towards the left armpit now, lengthening through the right waist, shifting our weight over to the right side, and then return back to the beginning. Inhale, contracting the left waist muscles to shorten the waist, hiking the left hip up, weight bearing on the right, lengthening through that waist. Feel the lengthening happen. Feel the weight bearing. Slowly release. Our focus will now move to the right as the driver, so we will shift our weight to the right hip to lengthen through that waist. Allow the left hip to shorten only as much as it needs to in order to achieve that lengthening on the right. Slowly release. Again, weight shift over to the right to lengthen that waist, and see that the left waist shortens in response, and slowly release. Now, let's go ahead and take your hands off your pelvis. We're going to try this without your hands. And while we're moving back and forth slowly between one side and the other, I would like you to notice whether it is easier to weight shift over to one side than the other. Is it easier to lengthen one waist than the other? Just notice. Okay, here we go. We're going to have our hands resting by our sides as we shift our weight over to the left hip, lengthening through that side. Feel what happens to the right hip as the left side lengthens. Move only in a position that you're comfortable with. Slowly lower the right side down, very slowly, very gently. Gradually shift over to the right side and lengthen through that waist. Feel what happens to the left side. Slowly release, allowing the left side to come back down as you gently weight shift over to the left side, lengthening through that side. Continue back and forth very slowly. Be in control. Do not allow one side of the hip to drop down to the chair. And just notice whether you feel a difference in how the two sides perform. Continue back and forth slowly and gently. Finish the one you're on and come to a rest. Roll both of your shoulders one way, and then roll both of your shoulders the other way to help release any tension you may have developed. Now we're going to add the arms into this motion. So shift your weight over to the left side, feeling the length of the left waist, and reach your left arm up into the air as if it's reaching onto the top shelf of a cabinet. And then come back down and gradually shift your weight over to the right, reaching the right arm up in the air above your head, lengthening through that waist and the rib cage and the shoulder. Slowly return. Move back to the left side very gradually, raising the left arm up overhead, reaching through the rib cage, the shoulder. What does your head want to do? Completely relax, bring the left arm back down. Gradually shift your weight over to the right side. Weight bearing on the right side, lengthening the right waist, reaching the arm up overhead. Feeling the lengthening of the entire right side. Come back down and continue one more on each side on your own. Finish the one you're on and rest. Did you notice a difference between the two sides? Were you able to weight shift onto one side better than the other? Was it easier to lengthen through one waist than the other? Very good. Now, sitting up in a tall and relaxed position, place both hands behind your head. Inhale and arch your spine, bringing the elbows back behind you. Perhaps your chin will look up towards the ceiling as well to generate a big contraction along the spine as long as it's comfortable for you. And then exhale, flattening the spine and bringing the elbows together, and bring the elbows so that your body slumps down and your forearms can rest on your thighs. Your head is dropping down, your chin moving towards your chest. And then from here, slowly articulate your spine one vertebrae at a time, starting at the pelvis, until you are sitting in a tall but comfortable, relaxed position, rather than a contracted, arched position or a slouching position. Find that space that's in between an excessively arched posture and an excessively rounded posture, and just sit there for a moment and take a deep breath. Let's try this again. Place both hands behind your head. Inhale, arching the spine, bringing the elbows back, looking up towards the ceiling, feeling whatever comfortable contraction you would like to generate there. Exhale, release that contraction in the back. Contract the stomach muscles to help you round and allow your forearms to slowly fall to the thighs, supporting your weight. Your head droops down. And then draw the belly button in to articulate the spine one vertebrae at a time until you reach a tall but comfortable position. Your head will be the last thing to come up. Your shoulders are relaxed, your spine is relaxed, your stomach has relaxed into a tall, rested position. And we'll do this one more time. Both hands behind your head. Inhale, arching the spine. Bring the elbows back, looking up towards the ceiling, contracting the back muscles. Exhale, slowly curling down, allowing the forearms to rest on your thighs. Your head drops down. Articulate your spine one vertebrae at a time as you come back up into a tall but comfortable, relaxed sitting position. Very good. Now let's stand up and we'll do the same thing. Stand up, place both hands behind your head. Inhale, arching your spine, pressing the elbows back behind you. Your head may look up towards the ceiling, feeling the contraction along your back, and then exhale, bend your knees, and allow your spine to curl down into a comfortable position as your hands rest on your thighs, your head drooping down. Your back should be rounded, and this should feel comfortable for your back. Your arms are supporting your upper body. Now, slowly straighten the knees to assist your back in articulating one vertebrae at a time as you come back up into a tall but comfortable and relaxed standing position. Your head is the last item of your body to come up. Take a deep breath, and we'll do this again. Bring your hands up behind your head. Inhale, arching your spine, elbows back, head up. Feel the contraction, and then exhale, flattening the spine, rounding forward, bending your knees this time a little more than you did the first time. Bend your knees more than you would normally do. Allow your hands to rest on your thighs, supporting your trunk. Feel your legs helping your spine articulate one vertebrae at a time, coming back up. All right, now we can try this without the hands behind the head. Inhale, arching your spine, rotating the palms forward and feeling the shoulders squeeze back towards your spine, opening the chest. Your head looks up towards the ceiling, feeling the contraction along your entire back. Exhale, bend your knees. Allow your spine to round forward. Slowly straighten your knees to assist your spine coming up one vertebrae at a time. Your shoulders are relaxed. Your knees finish in a slightly bent position. Take a deep breath and relax. This is more of a relaxed standing position. All right. Now, let's spread the feet apart slightly. Reach your right arm up overhead, lengthening your waist, and then bring the arm back down. And now bring the left arm up, reaching up towards the ceiling, weight shifting over to the left leg to do this, lengthening through the left waist and rib cage and shoulder, and then bring the arm back down. One more time on the right side, reach the arm straight up to the ceiling, weight bearing on the right leg, and then exhale, come back down, shift your weight over to the left, and reach the left arm up overhead, and then return to neutral. Let's bring your feet a little bit closer in together. Let's place your hands on your hip bones, and hike your right hip up to your right armpit. Slowly bring the right hip back down. Weight shift slowly over to the right leg, feeling the right waist lengthen, which hikes up the left hip for you. Slowly lower that back down. Continue back slowly over to the left side, weight shifting gradually, lengthening through that waist. Slowly lower back down, and then weight shift over to the right side, focusing on lengthening through the right waist and weight bearing, lengthening. Come back down and rest. And now we are going to add the arms into this. So weight shift over to the left side and lengthen through that waist, and reach that left arm up overhead and the arm back down. Weight shift over to the right side, reaching the right arm up into an imaginary cabinet above you, and then return back to resting position. Gradually shift over to the left again to reach up overhead, lengthen, lengthen, and then relax. And then gradually reach over to the right side, reach up overhead, weight bear on the right side, lengthen, and relax. Very good. The last thing we're going to do is work with walking. We've been playing around with weight bearing and lengthening on the side that you're weight bearing on, and this is very beneficial. Go ahead and walk forward and raise your right arm up in the air above you to lengthen through that side. And now every time you step on your right foot, I want you to feel that your right waist is remaining lengthened. And repeat that every time you step on your right foot. Lengthening, lengthening, lengthening. And feel how different this may be than your regular walking pattern. Gradually, you can bring the right arm down, keeping the right waist lengthened. Continue walking a few more steps, feeling how the right waist can remain lengthened while walking. And now pause. Let's look at the left side. When you walk forward, focus on the left side, and when you step on the left foot, feel that the left waist is lengthened. Help this by reaching up with your left arm instead. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen each time you step on that left leg. And now gradually bring the left arm down and feel that the waist can remain open and long while you walk with your arms down by your sides. This concludes part 2 of the back and sciatic pain movement lessons. If you found particular movements difficult, it may be worth gently exploring these in the future. If you found other movements to feel very good or pain relieving, then perhaps practice these more on your own. Feel free to modify any of these exercises and incorporate them into your daily routine to change your habits and your brain.
Thanks for joining me for this 2-part somatic series. If you'd like to understand why chronic pain develops and how to identify the hidden systems driving your own pain, check out my Pain Patterns video series. That series includes simple tests and clear explanations to help you uncover the root causes of your pain. I recommend starting with the Chapter 1 video before moving on. Each is around 5 minutes long. Just click the link above or in the description to start.